Hello, everybody. It is me and Topster. Topster, say hi.
Hi.
That's Topster. What are we doing today, Topster?
We're doing Tower of Hell.
We're doing Tower of Hell.
I will be honest, I suck at it.
She sucks at a lot of things. Don't judge her.
I'm great at this game.
Huh?
I'm great at this game.
Totally. And I will still judge you. Other people can't judge you, but I'll judge you.
Can I press shift? Or shift? Where's shift?
So, we're going to read some Reddits today. Toby, you ready for our first Reddit that we must criticize?
Yes.
So, our first Reddit is Under Confession. And it's titled, My University Professor Has Taken a Special Interest in Me, 21 Female. It says, I am usually quite oblivious when it comes to noticing someone's interest in me, but recently this has become more undeniably obvious. For some background, he is my film appreciation professor. I am not sure about his age, but I'd estimate maybe 40s. Aside from teaching, he works on a large variety of projects like directing movies, commercials, and music videos. Thinking back, there were signs as early as the first day of class, but none that I ever took note of. It all began with him mispronouncing my name and catching me after class to apologize and chat about how he will eventually get it right. He's very charismatic and loves talking to students, but he has particularly always found a reason to keep me after class. We once ran into each other after class as he was on his way into the men's bathroom and I was making my way out of the women's bathroom. He stopped me and told me more about himself and wanted to know more about me. I told him I have a STEM major and he said he would have loved it if I was communications instead to have me around more. He calls me sweetheart, winks at me as I walk away, touches my shoulder as we talk, gives me tight hugs as I say goodbye, and always mentions I can come by his office to hang whenever. He talks to me most days after class and sometimes even a little before class. When we watch films in class, he has sat next to me twice. A few days ago, I was walking out of the building and I hear him call out for me. I turn around and he rushes to catch up with me. He was heading toward his vehicle and points it out for me. He complimented the pendant on my necklace that hangs around the crease of my chest, and then proceeded to tell me he will be having a long work day that afternoon. He then asked me what I'd be up to the rest of the day, and I felt the need to lie and said I would be meeting a study group. He said, well, let me know if you are ever free after class and we can grab some drinks or go for some lunch. I appreciated the offer, wished him a good day, and walked away. Yesterday afternoon, I sent him an email reminding him to upload the notes he had forgotten about since last week. He responded to my request and added, stuck on campus for a bit, feel free to come by and hang out. Fast forward to last night, I made a post on my Instagram story and noticed on Insights I had one non-follower view my story. It was him. A few hours later, I made another post. He watched it again. I don't know how to feel about this or if I should tell anyone. Is this common? Sometimes I just want to talk about it and maybe poke fun at the situation to make it less serious for me. I don't know. Haha. Okay. That was so long.
Is this college?
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't think it's appropriate, and I think most schools don't allow teachers to date students. You know?
Well, yeah, that's true. But at first, when she started talking, I thought she was just like, when he said sweetheart, like some people just do that. So.
Yeah, but
mainly old ladies though.
He's in his 40s though. He's not like an 80-year-old man.
I know he's not old, but you know.
He's older, but he's young enough that he knows not to be doing that. You know, I mean, I know some older people. I mean, everybody should know that it's not completely all right. But I feel like the older generation, the ones that are almost they're petting their coffin, grave, bed, whatever. Those people.
What is wrong with you?
Shush. The people that are a tad older.
Tad. You said heading the coffin old.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm legit. Those people, I would let them, skirt by with call me sweetheart or something. But if you're in your 40s and pat my shoulder head and call me sweetheart, I might backhand you, you know, unless I'm into it too. I don't know, but like I think for like she's not, so it's odd, and you're young enough in your 40s, Mister. She's not sure, but potentially in your 40s, Mister. You shouldn't be going around calling women sweetheart and stuff. And he does a lot of other things that are just obvious that just, you know.
Well, I don't know. There's like some teachers just like patting your shoulder, like.
He always asks her to stay over just to hang out, you know. She sits next to them when they're watching movies in class. Like, I don't, you know. It sounds like it's particular to her. I mean, honestly, he's probably doing this to a few girls and see who latches on, but...
What?
Yeah, that's a good strategy. You know, you branch out. You sow your seeds among many and see who responds appropriately or to your liking.
Well, it sounds like he does, but you never know.
What? Are you giving him the benefit of the doubt? He might not be a creepy dude. No, he might not. Not.
There's a lot of things you could take out of context, and this is one-sided. We only hear her side of the story.
You know, it's only creepy because, like, this dude's in his 40s, she's in her 20s. People actually date with that age gap. That's not the creepy part.
Funny?
Yeah.
Well,
but the creepy part is that he's a teacher and he knows he shouldn't be doing this, and he still is. That's the creepy part.
Well, okay, inviting her out to lunch constantly is a little... It's not like... Okay, maybe, but...
I guess the thing is, too, she's not always going to be a student.
The touching the shoulder and saying, sweetheart, I feel like that's like... I know he's not old, but I feel like that's just like strictly for old ladies for me.
And I don't think he's doing that to the male students either. Hey, boy, you did great in math or whatever we're teaching here.
Hey, sport.
Hey, sport. Yeah, let me touch your shoulder. Yeah, you're my little sweetheart boy. And can you stay after class?
No, that just sounds really bad.
But all I did was change the sex. It's a female to male.
You made it sound weird.
Hey, we don't know what tones he's using on her.
Okay. The story.
Well, the most innocent way.
I'm trying to give
like
people the benefit of the doubt.
Puts his hand on her. Hey, sweetheart. You know, that sounds creepy too.
Maybe she's doing really bad in class, and he's having trouble telling her that.
Sweetheart. Like in a condescending way. Sweetheart, if you want to stay after class, you know, just get your grade up a little bit.
Yeah, why don't you?
I would let you. You know.
You need extra time.
I don't think that's the context though, but it could be.
Yeah, he give people the benefit of the doubt. He could have. Totally
He's so innocent. He's trying to help her out because she is failing miserably.
Like D- in every class.
And hey, she might be so behind in lacking intelligence that maybe she thinks he's hitting on her. I think he's hitting on me. All the other classmates. Sally, you're an F-. I don't know how that's possible. Like, I feel like you're trying in extra homework that's not there and failing it.
Yeah, so he just might think she's stupid.
Yeah, I guess. Let's hope he thinks that she is stupid and that's what's going on.
There has been plenty of relationships between college and teachers, so it's not like super bad. And
I don't think there's.
She's an adult, so
I've been into schools.
She's a consenting adult, so it's not like super bad.
Well, yeah, it's mostly policy, I suppose, because I've been to like colleges, but like outside the states. Please. So I don't even know what their rules were, but that it wasn't a thing not to date teachers and students. But I know that's a thing here. So
yeah.
Anywho,
yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
She could have taken it out of context. That's my opinion, or not opinion, but could have been.
That's your idea. That's your thought.
If he's not in the wrong.
Okay, next one. Unpopular opinion. The title is Getting Old is Not a Privilege. I think right there, I mean, I feel like we're on the same page already, but let's continue.
I want to be old, but not like crippled old.
What? But you got mad and we talked about petting the coffin. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's messed up.
Cripple old? Not everybody that gets older is crippled. Toby.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't want to be crippled old. I don't want to
be crippled young, old. I don't want to be crippled. Jeez. Okay.
Is that a bad word? I swear.
It almost sounds bad. I don't know. Okay.
Am I not supposed to be?
It's a sad and depressing time When your friends die off, your children live far away and hardly visit. You're on your own. People walk by you and pay you no mind. You watch younger people around you in groups with their friends going out while you head home to an empty house and sit for days without any human contact. Your friends who are your age are busy with their families and live away. You're starved of any meaningful connections. You're discriminated against in the job market, less likely to find love when you're older. It's just sad and shitty time, especially if you don't have someone to grow old with. Why is it a privilege to grow old? What if you don't have kids or a partner? Is it still a privilege then?
I mean,
Okay, so this guy doesn't have any actual connections, you know? And I know that does happen for a lot of older people. When you're younger, you're just forced to be around people in so many scenarios and in the workforce and stuff. So I feel like it is probably a bit easier.
And then you get used to it, and then you lose all that.
Yeah, and you get older, and you may not be working, you know, and it sounds like they don't have a spouse or children, so they have nothing.
How did I?
You know.
Yeah.
But I feel like
be a lonely old person.
Yeah, I feel like they've probably put themselves in that situation too. Like to me, you know, if I didn't have, you know, a spouse or children, I would probably be in that same situation because I'm not out there like looking for these connections and people.
Well, they shouldn't. Well, they said that like such a broad term, like it's not that good to be old. Like it sucks being old. Like
I don't know where they heard that it's a
your
privilege. Like I've never heard somebody. Maybe I'm missing out on something, but I haven't heard people say it's a privilege to get older. Maybe above certain ages, like hey, 21 you can drink.
You
hey,
get the
25.
senior discount.
That's a whole no.
I feel like being an old person.
That might be as good as getting tax off. You know.
I feel like being an old person wouldn't be that bad.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it.
If your hips don't pop every time you walk.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm not looking forward to it. You are trash at this game.
I am the only one who's made it to orange. So
okay, everybody's trash at this game.
I am doing great.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see them in the comments. The phrase "it's a privilege to grow old" is usually used because if you don't grow old, it means you died young. Most people view living longer as preferable to an early death.
Pessimistic. Why are you going to your house every night alone? Go out. I mean,
there is bingo.
You're making a choice. You're making a choice to stay in your house all day. You can't complain and dwell on it when you just go in your house all day. Shut up.
But that's the thing. I feel like some people that aren't like overly, you know, was it not introverted, but what's it called? I want to say outroverted, but that's not it either.
Extroverted?
Extroverted, there you go. Yeah, they're not going to have all those relationships. They're not going to be hanging out with their old dude friends. You know, some of their dude friends could be dead too. Who knows? But I've definitely seen old people that have had those connections, but they're probably extroverted, you know. So if you're introverted and you grow older, you might not have all those connections.
I heard like being extroverted and introverted isn't a personality. It was just like they said you can be extroverted and not talk to people well. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, my point is the people that, you know, love being around people constantly, you know. But I don't think anybody, even if they're introverted, wants to be like alone.
And that sucks, but like go out to bingo, like.
Well, I was joking about the bingo.
Oh,
some people probably hate
Is
bingo.
it a guy or a girl? I said grandma.
I feel like it's a dude, but I don't know.
For me, it sounds like a sad old lady.
It could be a sad old man too. I don't know. I was viewing a sad old man. You were viewing a sad old chick. I don't know.
And they might be too old to adopt.
Okay. So this one's under.
Why don't you go out into the parks?
Really? Or you have sad ways to. Maybe you should go to the park. You want to get more friends? Go to the park. You know, play with the 5-year-olds picking their boogers in the corner. Have fun.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, exactly.
That would make you seem like a creep.
Yeah, especially if it was an old man,
where's
not
your
an old
kid?
woman.
Jerry?
You're 85. I I feel like you have no kids playing on the slides over here or anything, Jerry. What you doing over here? I'm feeding the birds. You're feeding the birds, Jerry. There's no birds, Jerry.
What is it? Maybe he needs to go to a book club or something.
A book club? Maybe. I don't know. You guys come up with reasons or ways that Jerry can get more social. Put in the comments. What are ways that Jerry, we've nicknamed him Jerry, can get out and be more social in his senior years?
Yes.
And maybe somebody will pass along to him.
I am not an old person myself. I just...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's old people swinger clubs so he can find himself, maybe not a spouse, but some quick friendships.
No.
Hey,
that sounds
everybody
terrible.
Needs love.
That would just make them more sad.
Why would it make them more sad? Maybe they don't.
New person every night.
That's why they make clubs. Some people are into that.
And some people might not be.
Well, I'm just giving ideas here.
That's
don't
a terrible
on everything.
idea.
You sound like Jerry right now. You're poo-pooing on everything.
People going there every night and there's like really old. That sounds really bad. Why are you?
He's old. He can't discriminate.
Why are you still going there?
Oh my goodness.
You have no reason.
Okay, next. Poverty finance.
What?
Yes, it's called poverty finance. The title is Wealthy Parents Said to Try Food Stamps.
Try?
Yeah, try food stamps. So.
That's messed up.
Oh my god, this is so long.
Why would you try that though? Because like, isn't it like money from the government or something? What is it again?
Yeah, like they give you like an allowance of money.
Now you're just
month.
taking money away from people who need it.
We don't know the context yet. Okay, let's find out. So it goes, I graduated a year early last May after sustaining tough injuries as a D1 athlete and needing to just get out of my hellhole college. I decided to take all my savings and eventually move out on my own. I got a job in sports management for a facility that quickly became unmanageable as the owner and only other worker were hostile towards me and paid nothing. I quit. I knew I had a restaurant job and coaching gigs to fall back on. I picked up a few shifts, but it's not enough. They say it's my fault. It has been 1 month between full-time jobs now, and I have amazing leads to good jobs. I'm a smart kid. I have tons of experience. I just asked my parents for a little help as I have literally zero cash income as I wait for my shitty little checks, like $50. I don't want to commit to another third part-time job while I wait to hear back on full-time positions. I just need some help in between. My parents said no. My mom told me to apply for food stamps. We grew up dirt poor, but she got her big corporate break past 5-6 years, and she makes well over $150K a year. My lease ends in June 1. I'm effed. I'm going to need a lump sum to secure a new apartment. I found a roommate to lower cost. I pay all my bills. They say I can move back home, but also complain that I hate living with them. What? They say I can move back home, but also complain that I hate living with them. Okay. Is it wrong for well-off parents to tell their kids to go on government support? My brother says better to let them save so we don't have to help them later. Is it even worth it if I just need assistance for a few weeks? Okay. Well, the rest are updates on it, but, I mean...
A few weeks might turn into... I mean, looking at their side, they might think a few weeks might turn into a few months. And plus, if she grew up dirt poor, she might still, like, you know, not want to give money. It's, like, kind of hard, you know?
Well, even so, if you grew up dirt poor, like, you want to see your kids... you know, succeed the same way you did, I think.
Sides, so.
You don't want to just give them a lump sum of money. But then I also see, like, if you did struggle, maybe you don't want your kids to struggle and then you help them. So there's different aspects to it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of weird. I'm kind of confused about their statement and how they said that they can move back, but they don't. But they complain. Like, the person that wrote this is complaining they don't like living with their parents. That's what it sounds like. And that's what it sounded like. I'm like, wait. They offer for you to...
money.
Yes. That's what it sounds like. It says they say I can move back home, but also complain that I hate living with them. Maybe they're saying that they're saying that. Okay. But either way, they're not saying, like, if they really hated you complaining about it, they wouldn't offer for you to move back in. Yeah. So they're still willing to deal with you.
And yeah, I guess it'd be better for you to live with them because they might not like have their full trust in you, and they might be going out to clubs. They're young. With all the money we're sending them. I don't know. And then so they might trust you more if you live with them.
Well,
Putting money.
it might also be the mentality. They don't want to just give them straight cash. And if they know that you don't like living with them and they offer for you to move in, then they may think that you'll try to get out of the house as soon as possible naturally, and you may try harder with these jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he quit, or she, I don't know, quit their job, and it was a full-time job. They said it was hostile. I don't know how hostile, but if you're not in a good position to quit the job, I mean, stick with it until you get your next full-time job. It's not permanent. I mean, unless you're getting beat, I don't know what kind of hostile situation you in. But if they just talking smack all the time, I mean, come on.
I'm a part of the new generations, so I'll admit, people do not take bullying well.
Well, then they're wussies. You suck it up. Like you have all these complaints when you could have not had them and just complained about your job.
Take bullying well these days.
Well, now they don't have a place to live. I mean, like, what would you... Would you rather get a little bit of bullied and you have an apartment and you're just waiting for your next actual real job?
Well, I don't know. I was like minorly bullied at some point. It wasn't like super bad, but I did hate school after that and the kids. I didn't like anything about school. About that school, it was stinky. But bullying.
I don't know. I feel like they are potentially trying to get stuff handed to them. They may have been
Their
a
parents
hostile.
might know that too.
That's exactly. I mean, their parents are still offering to help them. They just don't want to hand you cash. And I'm assuming they know that you quit your job. They probably feel weird about that too. I mean, you quit your job and then you're asking for money. That's
because like they know that you're flaky, and then they give you money and then you get a job, and then like I quit because they poured coffee on my shoes.
Yeah, they said hostile. They didn't go into really any detail.
Really cold.
Maybe there is more detail.
Well, yeah. So if
Actually, there were some updates. Let's see what the updates are.
Okay.
Let's see. Edit. I'm surprised by the responses. Of course, I am exaggerated a bit to get some discussion going, and was also in crisis mode for a moment. I agree with everyone's claim of welcome to life. I know it's totally normal and actually better to be on your own at 21. I'm surprisingly surrounded, however, by many 25-year-olds, mostly funded by parents. I enjoy the pride of paying my own way in life without my parents' support. I guess I just got a kick in my pride when my parents said to try food stamps instead of some compassion. My parents are debt-free and do well. I don't know their actual income. $150 was a guess. I also didn't even know how much they make. For all my haters, I am finding work in between contracts and think I will pull through to June 1st. I will most likely just bum the month instead of applying for food stamps. I don't like the paperwork. I would rather eat noodles for 1 month than to try to deal with the government. Thank you for all your supportive words, blah, blah, blah.
So it sounds like
they sound lazy.
now.
They sound lazy. You don't like paperwork?
You're sorry, Buster. I mean,
paperwork? Like what? One
form?
form?
Be doing that.
One form. I am 100% sure. One form. You don't like paperwork. I mean, kudos to you loving noodles. So just noodle it out for a month and stop whining. Why did you even post on Reddit? You got it figured out,
some
bro.
Some people just like attention. So
yeah,
they said
he even said they exaggerated.
Yeah,
I don't trust this guy. You unplugged your remote again.
Oopsies.
Well, Toby's. I think we did a lot though.
We did.
We did. We're like over 20 minutes of Reddits. And I enjoyed every Reddit to the fullest. I hope you guys enjoy the Reddits. Comment below if you enjoy the Reddits. If there's particular Reddits you want us to read, not like the particular like Reddit art, like the genres within Reddit.
Eat your Dora cheese.
Eat your Dora cheese. I'm not sure what that is, but discover it for us. Do Dora cheese. Bye.